What's going on, chat? Prepare yourselves. We're going to do a much more professional live news reading today. I actually have the full thing scripted out, including, much like last week, I have the slideshow all set. I promise I will get back to you after I am done the official news reading. Gior, just to answer your question, the staff artist, I call it staff artist. The person I actually pay to do art for me is Riddleoflightning. They make fun little doodles. And it makes my show 200% better. You can find them on the Turtlewide Discord, at least. Hello, everyone else. Yep, I'm just gonna prep myself a little bit more, and we will be beginning the news in earnest shortly here. I will see all of you on the other side. Welcome to Turtle WoW News with Vrograg. Oh, let me try that one more time. Welcome to Turtle WoW News with Vrograg. I'm your news anchor orc, Vrograg Fishslayer, here to bring you all the news for the week of February 20th, 2024. I'm still experimenting with different ways to give you the news, so strap in because I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's get to it. I'm the orc, and here's the news. Honestly, there wasn't much news as far as the server went this week, and I was away for the weekend, but I thought I'd take this time to mention some of the neat, smaller stories that are worthy of attention. First off, Turtle WoW radio team produced a special skit that I teased a little bit last week. The Love is in the Air holiday special premiered, which was of course a dating show. If you missed it, you're in luck because the skit is now available to the Turtle WoW Radio YouTube page. It features the lovely, if not a little ditzy, night elf Athuniviel interviewing 3 eligible bachelors, a Tauren, a Forsaken, and a Gnome. Hilarity ensues, of course. Make sure to show your support for these creative efforts by the team. Plus, Turtle WoW News' own Murog makes her voice acting debut in the show. I'll leave links for the radio station's YouTube page, which also has an archive of other radio programs in the description below. You can enjoy other programs like Living in the Past and some studious lore readings by the other voice actors of the team for all of you to enjoy. Speaking of the radio, yours truly was also interviewed by the host of Living in the Past as part of last Friday's programming. I'd like to thank Dan for taking time to interview me and help promote the news show. It was great getting to talk about the server direction, my own inspirations, and just having joy for the game. In case you missed it, or you're dying to know exactly how neutral a journalist is willing to be about 1,000-year-old conflicts, you should be able to listen to the unabridged version of the interview when it is posted to the Turtle WoW Radio YouTube channel in a week or two. In actual game news, I was sent a video of a bold horde team on Telebim, showing what they called a practice run while raiding and assassinating a few Alliance faction leaders. No doubt, the attacks will have reprisals from the Alliance, but it is great to see players excited about the prospect of faction leader loot enough to start practicing the tactics and techniques needed to do so. While Telebim remains a smaller server by population, the spirit of World PvP seems to be alive and well over in Bananaland. City raids have happened before and will likely happen again, but recently, perhaps a first-of-its-kind phenomenon took place. Friend of the show, Shockwarden, as part of the Naxxramas raid team, successfully tanked Patchwork as a shaman. To the uninitiated, shaman tanking is difficult to pull off even on Turtle WoW. Shamans don't benefit from the multitude of defensive cooldowns that warriors have, nor the comfort of plate armor like paladins, nor even the shape-shifting armor buff like druid tanks. They don't even have a taunt. All a shaman tank has is a lot of threat, some mail armor, a shield, and a dream of not dying. An infographic provided by Shockwarden, after another member of the Nater team tipped me off about the story, shows that the plucky shaman dodged 36% of the attacks by the hard-hitting boss. By the end of the fight, it was clear that a shaman's mitigation kit was just barely enough to withstand the enrage phase, one time taking a whopping 5,800 damage from a poorly timed crit. But Shockwarden held on. Of course, any great tanking effort would not be possible without the heroic healing efforts, and Angelor the Priest, Shakes the Resto Shaman, and Christiana, the Shadow Priest, comprised the supporting cast. Congratulations to Shockwarden and all of Nater for pushing the envelope on what is possible with enough hard work and dedication. You're all heroes of the week to me. To round out top news, I'm reporting that the Blackwing Guard's second birthday party was a complete success. While many who joined, guilty or not, were in the festive mood, it seems all the celebrating and perhaps a certain loudmouthed orc's boasting of victory over the Black Dragonflight did seem to trigger a sudden assault whether it was from the dark magics of Nefarian or some dark allies of Blackrock Mountain. The guild base was assaulted by some creature who took many forms, not the least of which was Onyxia herself. Blackwing Guard, which has for years worked on rehabilitating corrupted black dragon whelps, was aided in fending off Blackrock's magic by the very same whelps they helped to rehabilitate. Following a successful counterattack, the party met back up once again in Dustwallow Marsh to make sure Onyxia was well and truly dead for now. Well done, Blackwing Guard. Here's to another year of spawn camping Nefarian. That rounds out top news. Let's go take a gander at the auction house with Market Watch. Welcome to Market Watch, the best and worst market show for Turtle WoW, because it is the only one. All our data is gathered from numbers provided by wowauctions.net. Make sure to use their website for all of your own market data research and investment due diligence. First to Telebim. The Alliance S&V 200 has trended up 20% this last month, though recently has lost some steam. The Horde Major Index has grown slightly more, trending up 25%, and is showing less signs of slowing down. Across the board, many of either faction's indexes seem to be in step despite small variations. There was marked difference between them with respect to the Essence and Elements Index, however. The Alliance version trended down 18% to finish at 4.1, while the Horde Index for the same materials grew 37%, playing catch-up and ending the month at 3.3. Upon closer inspection, it is no surprise that the culprit for such imbalance is the elemental fire commodity. For the Alliance, despite a sudden surge around the 5th, the item has trended mostly flat, staying around the 1.5 gold price point. For the Horde though, this item trended up 125% and is currently a half a gold more expensive. This, no doubt, is influenced by differing experiences in raid content between the two factions, since elemental fire is a reagent for greater fire protection potions. Over on Northernar, the S&V 200 continues showing strength, trending up 10%, closing the month at 9.3. The cause for this steady, sustained growth is certainly not obvious. Herbalism is down 10%, fishing fell 16%, and tailoring lost a few percent. The bright spots that supported this growth last month were enchanting and mining. Enchanting trended up 15% and had a major rally on the 3rd as well, ending the period at 4.3. While looking closer, it seems that most enchanting reagents traded flat or lost slivers of value, like Dream Dust and Greater Eternal Essence. The real force behind the enchantment growth came through an unexpected source. Small Radiant Shards, who trended up 78% and now trade above 2 gold, 50 silver. Mining's recent growth is nothing to sneeze at either. For such a diverse index, a month of 18% trending growth is noticeable indeed. From the lower level Copper's 50% price increase, Mithril's 54% bump, to Thorium's 80% climb, many parts of the mining industry appreciated. But it's not just metals either. Gems, like the Azerothian diamonds, showed great volatility and demand, and huge emeralds shocked auction house buyers on the 6th during a buying frenzy that sent it to 10,000% of its normal price. So it's clear to see that demand from the market for mining goods is growing, while the supply is getting low enough for price appreciation. That's all the time we have for Market Watch today. I hope you found some of the information here useful. Make sure to use wowauctions.net for all of your own market research. Remember to keep an eye on your coin, otherwise someone else will for you. Let's get back to the news. To round out today's program, we'll take a deeper look into February 13th changelog with the weekly changelog roundup. One curious change was fixing hardcore players not being automatically removed from their guild. Though a mortal character who dies has a limited amount of time to haunt chats before they can never return again, GitHub user Sayonahiri pointed out that hardcore deaths also provided an auto guild kick, which is unfortunate for those wondering about the fate of their fallen comrade, who never got to say goodbye, before creating a new character and doing it all over again. The changelog adjusted the various engineering-made Dragonling battle pets. The matter was posted about on GitHub by Esteban Failsmore, who readily pointed out how the mechanical and mithril variants seemed to do way less damage than expected. Fortunately, the team looked into the matter and buffed the attacks of all 3 Dragonlings, but not before correcting what seems to be a health bug for the mechanical version. You win some, and you lose some. The newly tameable bats available in the Gilneas region were found to not be working correctly as hunter pets by Wormswort. This has since been fixed and should allow hunters a new buddy for their Gilneas adventures. Previous week's changelogs have endeavored to change how rich thorium veins and regular thorium veins appear in the world. However, it seems to have not stuck yet, and on this changelog, another attempt was made. Hopefully, it starts working as intended, because the prices on thorium are actually going up. Some changes not published by users on GitHub included aggressive changes being made to certain instances to prevent pathing exploits in Scarlet Monastery and Blackrock Depths. Perhaps the most scary change was made to Meixna, the spider boss in Naxxramas, who, if now kited outside of her web-filled room, will automatically enrage. I'm sure exploiters were the most surprised of all to find that out. To finish off the changelog, one item of import, the Wing of the Time Lord, had its haste, agility, and strength and stamina reduced, so that a reputation grind cloak wouldn't be outperforming tier 3 level cloaks. That completes the changelog roundup for this week. Make sure to check Discord and the forums for this week's changelog so you can keep on top of all the latest adjustments coming to Turtle WoW. Well, that's all the time we have for the news today. I'd like to thank you all for taking time to watch the news program. I hope you found the information useful. Make sure to drop by and catch the weekly Fish and Chat stream this Saturday, noon US East Coast time. If you like this content and want to support me, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're feeling generous, Super Chats should be enabled on the channel as well. My comments, DMs, and emails are always open for feedback, constructive criticism, and any news items you'd like to share. All the ways to reach me should be in the description of the video. It's about time for me to head out. Hope you're enjoying my various experiments on how I do these news broadcasts. I'm having fun at least. I hope to see you all next time. Whatever you're doing, make sure to have fun, be safe, and as always, remember, the deadliest weapon is knowledge. Okay. I know. Hello, chat. I know it was a short one. I was pushed this week. I was out of town for the week, so let me just get rid of everything here. Thank you, Gior. So the only thing I did different this time was I essentially did the same thing I did last week, but I had everything scripted out. I wanted to be a one-take Jake. Unfortunately, I'm realizing that, like, after about 10 minutes of, like, giving, like, real character oomph voice, my throat starts drying out. I don't know if any of you noticed, like, right before I started Market Watch, I tried to sneak in a drink of water. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Let me check, because I did want to see if the team had posted. Maybe a team member might know. Did they post the new? Nope, the changelog's not up. Oh man, it's an easy week. No, Lax. It was just my throat got really dry. I live in New England in the U.S. and well, I guess anywhere it gets really cold, you know, it's very dry. So after talking for a while, it just gets to me. Thank you, Gior. That's good to know. Well, then, see, now here's like how the sausage is made, right? So what I'm going to do is I actually captured all of that on, I had a separate OBS just recording the speed of the slideshow, which I'm going to fix as I messed up a little bit. But like in post, I have an Audacity recording so I can compress the voice. I can also mix the music soundtracks differently. I know they're probably loud enough, but the problem is, generally, when I do the actual videos, I take the voice and I put it through, like my voice, I put it through a compressor. I also clean up any noise I might hear. And the nice part about recording it like this is that I get to have kind of like best of both worlds. And by that, I mean, I get to actually do the news live, which was like kind of always something I wanted to do with this this whole experiment I've been doing, and now I can do it, and I can still give information to people who don't want to bother with YouTube VODs, and I can still package it in a video. That's all right. Oh, is that true, Lax Elf? I didn't know that. Also, thank you, Gior. I have no idea what Ron is. Ron sounds like a really nice guy. Do I actually have... Oh, hold on. Make sure my alerts are on. Alert box? Okay, my alerts are on. I'm going to be startled when it comes through. Thank you, Gior. And by the way, Gior, I appreciate you giving me advice on who to bug for making the Blackwing Guard second birthday party special. Well, okay. Ron is Romanian currency. Okay. Well, I appreciate it all the same. But honestly, I switched a news story out late in the game. I was going to do like a news story about how the Turtle WoW Twitter's been popping off lately, which it has been. Let me see if I can bring that up for you guys. Let me just get myself situated here. I was getting everything ready for recording. All right, if I go to... Oh, that doesn't really make sense. Hold on. Also, you guys like my new drawing I have here? This was actually made today by our very talented and skilled what I like to call staff artist, Riddleoflightning. Amazing artist. There it is. Oh, I heard that. I don't know if you guys heard that, but maybe I don't have to. Anyway, I still have like no clue what I'm doing as far as streaming goes. I got completely schooled by Dan after we had that fun interview. Actually, let me just put this. I actually want to put a poll out because now, while I'm just figuring this out, who heard the interview? No, wait, no, not who. Did you? There we go. I would like to know if anyone else caught it. Like I said, I was away for much of the... pretty much the entirety of the weekend. So I definitely I miss like all the Friday radio broadcast. So, and Dan said that the unabridged thing will be up. All right, sorry. There's the Twitter. Okay, you did hear the dedication. Okay, good. It's weird how it chooses to, like, some things on the sound are listed and some things aren't. Anyway, what I wanted to show is that, like, the turtle. Oh my goodness, you guys. Is this? Yeah, this is the changelog. It's already up. It's up, but not where I thought it would be. And why does it? Man, just one time I want to be like good at something that is vaguely my job. That's all. That's all I'm asking for. Okay, I'm just gonna change this. You know what? I'm just gonna get rid of that. Screen captures are a dangerous thing, everyone. And I do not stand by them. You can always accidentally dox yourself. Okay. All right. There we go. Now we actually have the proper... if I make this bigger, is that going to be that is a problem. It's okay. Okay. What if I just made it bigger? Would it? No, no. There it is. There it is. There it is. Mostly. All right. What do we got? What do we got? These are like the big points, right? The Tome of Portals, Theramore, and Stonard should now drop from trash mode. Oh my goodness. I know some mages that are going to lose their mind. They've been losing it, thinking that it just doesn't exist, and that the drop chance was just made abysmally low. That's great. That's great to hear. Prevented Patchwork Golem from accidentally... that's actually kind of funny. Patchwork Golems are kind of nasty customers if you do an axe. Implemented a failsafe for situations where a boss doesn't generate loot. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting news story. I would love... If anyone has a lead on that, let me know. Hold on, let me end the poll. So some people did hear it. Okay. Excuse me. Definitely let me know if you did hear it. Did he keep the thing in about cannibalism? I was like, oh no, what if people... You would have had to be in the interview to understand. It was pretty wild. So, if anyone has leads on this story, implemented a failsafe for not getting loot, that's pretty wild. Removed insignia will no longer be interrupted if a player releases their corpse. I know about this phenomenon because from like a couple battlegrounds I've done. Like I think in AV you want to do this, right? So a healer can't come and res them. I don't know why stopping the interruption's important, but hold on, let me get the actual changelog up because it should be up now. Turtle. Wow. Forums. Although there is a world where they posted it on Twitter but didn't. Okay, no, it is up. Alright. There it is. That's not what we want. We'll zoom in a little bit here so we can actually read it. Okay. Added missing gossip fields, marshal chambers, ensuring the quest can be completed. All right. Clinfran's respawn. What is Clinfran? Turtle WoW database? Clinfram? NPC? Clinfram the Crazed? Okay. I don't know who it is, but it is definitely someone who has decent amount of health, I guess. Some armor. This is part of a quest. Objective of Stave of the Ancients. Oh, this is the Hunter quest, right? This must be for like the Rock Dalar or part of it. Because I think I remember, yeah, Solonor the Slayer. I did a story about Solonor like way long ago, like very early Turtle WoW news. So that's how I remember the name. Okay, let's see here. Ghost Wolf form speed updates instantly upon equipping Blood Guard Male Greaves. I didn't know that had an effect. Does it really? Blood Mail. Oh, great. How's that spelled? Blood Guard. Blood Guards? Greaves? Is that really a thing? I know you guys can't see it, but I don't understand. Who is the male Greaves? How does this... What am I not seeing? Because hunters don't have this, right? Blood Guards. Is there... Who knows PvP gear? What is this? What does this mean? Because these set bonuses don't have anything to do with... Oh, this does say hunter specifically, right? Because they said... Blood Guards, Male Greaves. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be the case, Riddle. I'm able to search blood... Because everyone should have, like, a Blood Guard thing, right? Slot. This is Hunter. Hunter, Druid. Druid. Warlock. Rogue. Oh, okay. It just has the same name. And, when we look at it, equip increases the speed of your Ghost Wolf form ability by 15%. I didn't know this existed. It's good to know. Wait, they nerfed it again? Is Dragonovi in chat? What's going on? What did this item do to you? Or or is it just really trying to put the nail in the coffin, like really tell people to not... Because I think right now it definitely lists the wrong stuff. So, Time Lord. Oh, jeez. Well, I know, Riddle, that 2% haste is big, but, like, they just nerfed it last week. And they said they took away the haste. Well, they took away 1% of the haste. Wing of the Time Lord. Wing of the Time? So this is what it used to be. 2% attack and casting speed. This is really strong, right? With 11 agility. This is probably better than the cloak that Vrograg has. I think Vrograg still has like the AQ 20 class cloak, which is really good. I just never got cloak. He had like Thunder Fury and everything, but I just never got around to getting a better cloak. But this is at least competitive. The 2% haste is kind of nutty. I don't know. Maybe they nerfed it further. I'll have to look into that for next news. Spell correction. How the announcements for shell coins going. Okay. Fix the Unforgiven in Stratholme. I wonder what happened there. Some city guards previously not part of the Love is in the Air event can now receive love tokens. I know there's always like, I don't know which ones were changed, but I remember there's always this one unreachable guard behind the bank in Ogremar, or behind the auction house you can never get to. It was always funny, like you'd always see them and feel bad for them. Players neutral with an NPC faction from giving love tokens. Oh ho ho. Interesting. I thought if you are, I thought once you see certain, because only player factions, right? Like human, like all the races. I thought the second you met them, if you're on the other faction, you're immediately hated, but maybe someone figured out something. Oh, Pedalfeet's gonna give out his buff. Nice. Oh, this is an ancient bug. And I know about this one from my grind for tier 0. So if this is the bug I'm thinking of, what would happen is, you know how Dark Master Gandling, he's the boss in Scholomance, and one of his things is he'll teleport a group member to like one of the rooms, and then, you know, everyone has to still fight him. Now, there was this weird glitch, and I think this might be what it is, that if you were in the other room and someone looted Dark Master Gandling, they would not be able to roll on the loot for whatever reason. So hopefully that they fix that, because that was sad. I never lost the piece I was looking for because of this, but that's because I warned everyone about it. Pyroclasm now procs from Hellfire as intended. If there's any warlocks in chat want to tell me if that's good. Let's see. I had a couple answers to questions. The Unforgiven sometimes didn't spawn when the 3 ghosts spawned, but the Unforgiven still didn't hit you. And for oh, okay. How close are you to getting neutral with alliance with lunar coins? That's wild. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Lizzie. Lizzie Babs is little Karen, noted warlock. Will that move the needle for the firelocks? Definitely let me know. I don't know. I'll ask Murug. Murug knows a lot about warlocks too. Ironbark Branch is now offhand. Okay. Alright, this one they covered in the big one. Reagents and poisons vendor in AV now sell crippling poison too. Okay. Deep Moss Lurker now contains loot? I have seen this mob somewhere and I don't... Moss Lurker. I think I was doing like a farm or something where I saw this. No? Okay. They just have loot. Alright, love to see it. How many times are they gonna post this? I don't believe it anymore. Oh, wait a minute. No, okay, no, I understand now. So, on last week's changelog, I didn't mention this, but I mentioned it the week previous. Because, like, every now and then the team will try to fix the wind... I don't know why, but the windstones in Solithis are just, like, problematic. So apparently they fixed it so well that people were summoning multiple bosses from the same stone. That needed to be fixed. Decreased spell power scaling of the equip effect of the Idol of the Emerald Rods. Okay, let's see what Idol of Emerald Rod is. Emerald Rod? Did I spell it right? Okay. Your finishing moves have a 20% chance per combo point to deal 90 to 131 nature damage. Is this a... Oh, this is a relic, so this is... Oh, I know what happened here. And there was someone who was a boomkin who tried to, like, jank this. Oh, I can't wait to research this one. I'd love to know who was doing this. I have a couple sources I'll have to ask. They probably know if it wasn't them. Hello, Kurogamo. I don't know if you're just catching up, but you're talking about the boots, so you're probably a little behind. Hit F5 to catch up. Unless you're answering questions from a while ago. Yeah, that's funny though, because you know, one of the classic things about Turtle WoW is that like some things that are just in the game just have weird amounts of spell scaling. So if you had like a bunch of nature gear on and you figured out a way to like, and if this scaled really well, you could do some real janky things. I don't even know that much about Druid, but I know they're willing to try. Non-Latin characters are now allowed in guild names on SEA realms. Oh, I think I read something about this, which, like, that makes sense. It's kind of wild that they had to have guild names that still had Roman characters, even though, like, they literally localized the entire game for them. Added loot helper command to facilitate safe redistribution of boss loot. Loot helper command. Whoa, what? What does this mean? I would love to know what this means. I have made my fair share of loot mistakes before. And it's been a long time since GMs could just magically fix them. The ability to fix loot mistakes was like something that they used to do like sub 2K population, and they just didn't have the GMs or staff to keep up with it. So now if you get master looted something incorrectly, you can trade it once. Usually. But I don't know about loot helper. I mean, I'll have to look into that later. Yes, Riddle. I missed that too, by the way. What is aspect of the wolf, Riddle? I mean, is that the melee one? Aspect of... Yep, melee attack power. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's see here. Applied auto-scaling to Veilstrauss' health. I thought he was scaling. Riddle says, Hunter aspect to only allow melee. Only one rank and you get it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know there's a melee Hunter dream out there. I would argue, I mean, I'm not a Hunter aficionado. I don't have a 60 Hunter or anything, but I know enough about, like, the background lore of where, like, Hunters are really Rangers from D&D, so that explains their ability to wield so many different weapons. In, like, old Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, Rangers were one of the best ways to, like, have an ambidextrous fighter. It was a whole thing, but it's a shame they can't do more in melee. I understand why they don't, but because to be perfectly honest, melee is pretty crowded. You have warriors, rogues, enhancement shamans, plucky paladins, feral druids, and there's someone else I'm missing. Also, you have pets. But yeah, you know, maybe they just didn't want more people in there. Players are now teleported to the instant start when going out of bounds in Black Morass. I definitely went out of bounds in Black morass on the PTR way back, but that's because I had a GM that could fly. It was a very interesting, it has like an interesting architecture. Like I could see how they built it, but I wonder what someone figured out with that. Oh, that's a good point, Riddle. It would help you save arrows. Hello, Bernardo. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, yeah, this is actually funny. Patchwork Golem's cleave attack from hitting the caster. How do they do that? Patchwork Golem. Oh, yeah. Sometimes they do that, Kurogamo. I know famously they've had shields be classified as offhands when they should totally be classified as shields, and then a druid starts running around with it and breaking things. Sorry, I'm trying to... Patchwork. Oh, it's not W-E, just patchwork. NPC, Patchwork Golem. This actually doesn't actually list their where's their attack? Damage, yeah. A cleave would really hurt them. Interesting. I wonder how they figured that out. Next one is AoE abilities reach. Now includes the target's combat reach in PvE, ensuring more consistent landing for big NPCs. Oh, okay. So, I understand this. So, when you are someone that does AoE, right? Let me see if I can illustrate this. Okay. We're going to paint, everyone. We're going to paint for more explanation. Okay. So let me get a circle tool out here. So imagine. Oh no, it's doing that thing again. Okay, no, it's good. You good? How are you doing that? I don't even understand how it does that anymore. What if I do that? Huh? What do you do then, huh? Yeah, you don't know what to do. Sorry about the flashbang. Anyway. Okay, we're gonna get a circle. Hopefully this works. Yeah, you guys can all see a circle. So, let's say this circle right here is something like, and I don't know why you would, but there's definitely reasons to do it. Like, let's say it's like Onyxia, right? So Onyxia has a really big hitbox, like quite famously. And let's say you're a mage, all right? So we'll do their color. And so, you know, here you are. And this circle represents your arcane explosion. Now, as everyone knows, you're going to have... Oh, wait, no, keep that one. Okay. You're going to have some friends pop up, right? Someone's going to stupidly get tail whipped, and there's going to be a bunch of little dudes. Hold on. So you're gonna have a bunch of little guys. They're gonna come out, and it's not gonna be great because someone needs to AoE them, and you know it's gonna be you. So they come over, right? And you gotta AoE them because they're near the healers, they're near all this stuff. Now, right here, this is how big like the arcane explosion is. But what would happen is, and I've experienced this a little bit. We'll do that red, green, and then we'll do. All right. Here is where, like, this is actually where you would have to be as a mage to hit Onyxia, and this is like where melee's lined up anyway. And because of that, the reason I bring it up is because all your healers are probably hanging out over here. All the other ranged are too. And so one of the things you have to do is you want to AoE to bring them over to melee, because like all like the big, you know, big grumpy melee, they're like hanging out here, you know, they're hanging out around the circle, right? So as a mage, you want to grab them and bring them this way so that they can also be cleaved down, because cleave is good AoE damage as well. But like you would really have to get close as a mage to actually hit the box, which means there's more travel time, more risk of them going to the healers. And it doesn't make sense that like the fact that melee can hit them from here, but then for some reason you have to, as like a mage, you need to bring your AoE to like here to hit the boss. There's like literally melee behind you attacking the boss and you got to stand there. I'm glad they fixed that, or I'm glad they attempted to fix it anyway. It's okay, Kurogamo. It's all good, don't worry about it. But if you ask a question and I have no idea where it's coming from, you know why now. So yeah, that seems like what happened with that one particular change. Sorry, back to the webpage. All right. Thank you for allowing. We always need like a little MS Paint moment, you know. Yeah, AoE abilities reach now includes the target's combat reach in PvE, ensuring more consistent landing for big NPCs. That's good. Did they mention the portals twice here? No, Turtle Team, you're not slick. You're padding your numbers here. If you say it's obtainable and then you say it's obtainable, that's just one change. There is a world where there's like a comedy effect here where like someone added it and then someone also added it, which means it's going to be back out again. Oh no. Spirit armor rank 1 through 3 will now update armor when grabbing the talent. I feel like I should know what spirit armor is. Is that a shaman ability? Yeah, it is. Why don't I know? Why don't? Oh, this is probably like an enhancement thing, right? No, don't let the class change council find out me not knowing this stuff. I think I'm supposed to know this stuff. So, what is spirit armor? Did I learn this? I don't remember learning this. Oh, it's in the talent tree. Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, that's why. I just never grabbed it. So what they're saying here is spirit armor rank 1 through 3 will now update armor when grabbing the talent. Then what does that mean? What was happening before? What? Hold on. They must have. Is there a turtle? Wow. Talent calc. There must be, right? There it is. I think this one might be outdated, but we'll use it. Okay, so let's pretend we're shaman. Where is this? Spirit. It looks like the Arcanite bar. Guys, I'm not seeing it. I think this is too out of date. Spirit armor. The Thunderhead's in here. Spirit shield? Is that what it was called? No. Spirit armor. When you used to grab the talent, the numbers wouldn't change your... Oh. So it's just purely a visual bug? Oh yeah, Ham Chef, by the way, if you like this little sprite... Hold on, let me see if I can move him around. This guy right here. This was drawn by the very skilled Riddleoflightning, who's been doing doodles for my news shows. You can find him on Twitter at Riddleoflightning. His commissions are open if you want to have really cute drawings. I'm a big fan, and I will sing his praises. Oh, you threw something in the Discord? You should know I don't really look at the Discord when I'm streaming, just because it, oh, jeez. Who wants a Riddleoflightning, slideshow? I know I do. Let me get one set up here. Save image. Desktop. No. Let's see. Riddles. Doodles. And we'll save that. All right, we have I am a professional. I'm just reading the titles of what I'm looking at here. We have dry mouth. Come on. That's what I get for talking so quickly. All right, dry mouth is saved. It's new. I have news.2, which is another one. I really don't mind though when like the changelogs come out after the fact, like after I'm done doing live news. And stream pics. All right, you will all be. It's worth the wait. I guarantee you. At least I believe so. Because as everyone knows, I love Riddles Doodles. That's actually hard to say, Riddles Doodles. Pics. No, it doesn't need to be that big. There it is. This is the first doodle by Riddle sent to me. This one's just labeled professional. Thank you for respecting the fact that I made a script today. This is Vrograg with dry mouth. I wasn't breathing. I wasn't gasping for air. I needed to wet my whistle. I mean, at this point, I think I'm immune to this pain too. Acalix does it pretty frequently. He knows when I'm working on new stuff, and then he'll just slide in my DMs. He'll just be like, "Hey, buddy, I got something for you." And this one's a little bit more complicated, a little bit more complex. For the cerebral, that's just showing out of range, what isn't out of range, how that all works. I'm glad you were doodling alongside me. Hold on, we're almost done. We are almost done the changelog. It's got to be back up. There it is. Okay, and then of course I moved it again. All right. All right, and remove insignia. Okay, I don't know why this is a big deal. If someone can explain that, I would love to know. Looks like be a pretty productive news next cycle. And And can we also talk a little bit about how ridiculous it is that Shock Warden tanked Patchwork? Oh, I just saw that actually Shock Warden messaged me. He was actually answering one of the questions I had. I thought one of the ways he was able to do it was because he was getting Spirit Link, and he says he wasn't, which I find even more impressive. But I can't even tell you how incredible I find that to be. I mean, we have in Blackwing Guard, we have a Paladin who's been doing some serious tanking in Axe, like even tanking Sapphiron for us. And Sapphiron really slaps. And he's been doing a great job. And I know that like Saph and Patchwork hit hard. Now, do realize that the main tank for Patchwork isn't the one getting hit the hardest, believe it or not. It's the Hateful Strike Soakers. Those tanks are actually the ones that get hit the hardest. Hateful Strikes hit I think much harder than the autos from Patchwork. I actually think Shamans can't do that. Maybe they could, but not for very long, because I think they would kill them. But you can main tank. So, Blammo is the next boss I see hitting people the hardest. Who's Blammo? Oh, Blammo. Is that the one that does the holy chain? Holy protection potion. Fun fact. I feel like this is a Turtle WoW custom item. I could be wrong. I can't remember because I never used it during Classic. But, yeah. If you want to absorb a ridiculous amount of holy damage for some reason, make yourself some holy protection potions. It requires elemental air, which kind of stinks because it's pretty useful now. But Golden Sand Sam and Crystal Vial. This actually has saved my bacon once or twice when I do, because I usually heal for 4 horsemen because I'm a shaman. So, okay, Zeliek's the one. Which one's Blammo? Is Blammo the one that drops the zones? Because Mograine slaps pretty hard. You need fire for him. And then Thane is the one that drops the meteors, and you also want fire resist for him. Oh, really? I didn't realize Kurogamo. And by the way, this is no slight to the Paladin tank that has been running with us. But when he tanked Sapphiron, I actually whispered and I'm like, hey man, I'm a Tauren Shaman. Would you like Spirit Link? Like, it's gonna make my DPS kind of go away because that's a lot of damage I'm losing out on, but it'll give you 15% mitigation. And he was down because Sapphiron does slap. And I've thought about doing it on Patchwork sometimes, but I think he's been doing Hateful Strike soaking too. Well, either way, not to lose the beat on this, but that's huge that someone was able to do that as a shaman. Again, as always, I can't actively talk about anything that is or isn't being said in the class change council stuff, right? Everyone knows that. But it's pretty well known that people would like to see shamans have more capabilities in tanking. And I think it's kind of funny how far someone can bring it even without any changes. To be fair, there are changes on Turtle WoW. There's new gearing options, there's new stuff like that, but all right. that should be it for now on the old changelog. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. I'll definitely answer them if I can. I was, when I was starting the script, I was actually considering drawing pictures, like bad pictures, not like Riddleoflightning doodles, of how I thought each class discussion was going. But I didn't want to alienate the class council either, and I just feel like the community really wants to know how it's going, and I will say this, things have remained very cordial, and when they haven't, there have been corrections. So that's very heartening to see. People can have differing opinions about the direction they think a class should go, how an ability should work, things like that. And in many cases, I'm finding, and I can talk about like my experience a little bit, not getting specifics about what's talked about, but I'm finding that my role often is injecting lore and flavor into whatever's being talked about. And, you know I was talking about how I wanted every class racial to have a class. I wanted every class to have a racial to heighten lore. And like, to be perfectly fair, that's kind of unrealistic. That's a lot to throw at the devs, but it's something that I want, because those are the kind of things that I enjoy. I think it's really cool that Tauren shamans get Spirit Link, and you have this cool quest to do it, and it differentiates you, right? And you can use it as sort of a microcosm for like, those are the things that I like talking about, because I'm not really good with math, even though I do market watch, right? That's all like tool assisted. I use that to help me. I can't crunch the big numbers, you could say. I could tell you, who wants to know, I think I might have talked about it on stream. Does anyone know the really silly idea I had for warriors? Does anyone remember what that was? Oh yeah, and Riddle, be careful if you're going over to Grimbatol. Those dragons will slap you around. I don't have a level 60 warrior, right? But like, I just snuck into their channel. I'm like, hey, they should make it so that warriors can bash down doors and break open chests and lockboxes, and they have a chance of it not working, or they have a chance of like ruining what's inside, but they should totally have that. Like that, like that's what I bring to the table, everyone. Your boy Vrograg just going into serious discussions that are happening and being like, dogs should have the right to vote. Like but I also think in a way it helps remind people that there's a pretty wide variety of opinions, and I will say that too, if I can qualify certain things about the class council, they have a very good array of voices. Like, you have like your sweaty parse lord junkies, you have your Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, you have your Warcraft traditionalists, you have people that are much more progressively thinking, that are like, hey, they did this in Mists, they did this in Cataclysm. They'll bring that kind of stuff up. You have you have a lot of different voices, and it's at least good to see. AF, that's actually, if anyone isn't looking at chat, you should look at chat, because AF just put in a really good idea. Should allow hardcore dead spirit players to linger as long as their appropriate tombstone is in the world. Let them walk and chat in S with 15-second timer. That would be amazing. I mean, how many times have we walked by a gravestone and you're like, I wonder what happened? Could you imagine just like seeing the gravestone and a guy going, oh man, yeah, no, got me. Kurogamo wants paladins to have fist weapons. I think weapons, at least for melee, are just a super complex topic, right? Because you have weapon skills, you have races that have weapon skill bonuses. In a way, the developers opened a little bit of Pandora's box by having a bow weapon skill book available. So like, and weapon skill isn't nothing. Two identically geared warriors or whatever, rogues, whatever have you, like doing the exact same stuff. The one with the weapon skill racial and the one without, there's a huge difference in damage. So I don't know what adding new weapons would change. Oh, that's true, Riddle. That's true. But when I say it opens Pandora's box, like, obviously they weren't going after melee weapons, and I know weapon skill isn't as impactful to hunters as other ones are, but it does mean that, like, they have the technology, and they could maybe do it again or something else. Another thing to keep in mind, too, with hunters and what they do and don't have technology for, I'm pretty sure I saw there's like a community post somewhere where I think one of the developers is just like, we just can't add more hunter slots. Everyone's going to ask for it, but we can't do it. Like, they just can't. And I gotta say, Murag's been working on a vagrant hunter, and that's like her only complaint. She's like, I really want to have an extra couple hundred pet slots. I mean, it's a shame, but I understand. Like, if it's just a limitation to the client, or it's like super hard coded in, like. And remember, like, pan out a little bit too when you think about this stuff. I mean, I have watched the Turtle team for better part of a month now just try to implement how rich thorium nodes populate, like, just slightly differently. And that has been like a Herculean effort for them. And that was like an idea that they might have gotten from someone else, but that was something they said, like, yeah, we can do that. If you have the Turtle team saying, like, that's something we can't do, I can't imagine what would happen if they tried. For pets, Riddle. It is a shame, I feel, but, I get it. Oh, isn't that like, Sir Rowe says warriors need to be able to dual wield two-hander weapons? I feel like that was an ability in, like, Wrath or something. And maybe it was only for Shaman. It's probably for Warrior too, but that would break a lot of things. I'm sure. Also, if another class gets that before rogues get axes, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I know there are some people, even in, like, Shaman land, that even want you know, the two weapon fighting style. I know there's a lot of people that are against that as well. Like, even seeing eye to eye on things like that can be contentious. So that's one of the reasons I'm really pleased to see how well things have gone. Yeah, exactly, AF. It's not good. It's not good for vanilla. Now, a rogue with an axe, I mean, now we're talking. Now we're not, that's some serious stuff right there. That's what we should all aspire to do. It does feel weird that you can't dual wield claws. I'm with you on that. But there's feels weird, and then there's breaks the game. And I'll even admit I understand partially why some of the rogues can't have axes. Rogues by far have the quickest attacks because they have slice and dice. If you have an on-hit weapon proc that's powerful, something like Annihilator, and you give it to a rogue, now rogues are just tied to axes forever because they have really good things like that. And speaking of that, I think they might have fixed bash gooders. Let me see if I can find this. Bosch? Like Bosch Gooder? Bash Gooder? There it is. This thing right here. Chance on hit. Punctures target armor, lowering it by 200. I believe it can... Yeah, it says stacks up to 3 times. So if you can get it to stack 3 times, it's more powerful than Fairy Fire, and it overrides the Fairy Fire debuff. So, if you are a rogue who insists on having utility like myself, you would get something like this. But back when I got it, the proc per minute was like terrible. I had trouble getting 2 stacks, so. I mean, AF, you can say you can murder with an axe, however sneaking with one is really a no-go. I mean, have you seen like troll artwork of like trolls lurking in like underbrush doing like an ambush with like axes at their hip? I'm not saying two-handed axes. I'm saying one-handed axes. Also, we literally have throwing axes. But we can't wield them. There's a pole armor, something that lowers spell resistance stacks. I mean, I know Nightfall. Nightfall's a big one. I know because my Elemental Shaman looks for the Nightfall procs to pop stuff. But right here, Nightfall. This is a two-hander. But, increases damage a target takes from spells by 15% for 5 seconds. It's pretty tasty. I mean, AF, you're not wrong. The axes aren't really... They aren't really precision, and the reason... I feel like the reasoning rogues have maces is because they traditionally could use saps. A sap is like a really, really, really tiny little mace. But, I mean, when you see some of these things... I mean, you can't sit there and tell me that I can equip a Thunder Fury as a rogue, and since it's a sword, it's okay. There's nothing sneaky about that sword. The thing has more particle effects than a Christmas tree. Like, there's nothing precise about that weapon. But that is going a little deeper into the weeds. I mean, if you look at like my T-Mog set for when I do tanking, I actually T-Mogged my Thunder Fury to look like a normal copper like longsword or something like that, just because I felt like it didn't fit like what a rogue would do. It has a button rogues use to turn the lights off when they stealth. Oh, that would work. All right. You guys don't tell Murog. But she made like this nice bean chili that's been sitting in the crock pot. And she sent me a message. She's like, "Hey, can you turn it off from cooking and just put it on the warm setting?" I'm like, "Okay." And she's like, "And when you're done that, put some of the corn in, because it shouldn't cook for too long, and you'll find a tube of cilantro, and you'll find lime juice in the fridge. Just you should put that in." And so I went and grabbed it and I put it in. And I didn't think to ask till like after, but I'm like, "Hey, was I supposed to put in the whole thing of cilantro and lime juice?" And she's like, No, just do it to taste. I'm thinking I might have ruined dinner for Murag, guys. Oh, no. She's gonna be home soon. Sorry. AF says sword shouldn't be much of a problem for rogues since those are one-handed. Problem is, in game I can't tell which sword would fit a rogue. Let me tell you, AF. When I've talked, because again I can talk about the things that I advocate for in class change council. I have advocated for that. The reasoning that there should be rogue tanks is because of the idea of a swashbuckler, like a dashing swordsman, one who excels in swordplay, dodging, dancing around the enemy, that kind of stuff. And in my mind, when that happens, it's always like they're holding like a little like thin rapier, or like a fencing style sword, like something very slight and small. And they're wearing like a poofy shirt, and every time you miss to hit them, like they make some pun. And that's how they actually taunt you. I always thought, I understand the word taunt in English, in MMOs has a completely different connotation. It just means you force an enemy to have aggro on you. But the original word taunt like means like you tease, you mock someone to anger them, you know? And I'm like, man, that's the kind of thing that a rogue tank would do, to taunt them, you know, make fun of them, make them want to attack the sword rogue or other rogue, just the rogue tank. Yeah, I'm not saying warriors can't be clever, because they can. Rogues can too. The traditional source of like stat attributes and stuff, generally rogues would be more clever than like a fighter. Like a thief is usually, and it's just because they're clever, like they have to know how to do other things. It is funny though that warriors also get mocking blow. Another thing that would fit perfectly with like a swordsman kind of thing, like that concept. Just saying. I mean, it would be cool if rogues literally got taunt and mocking blow. I mean, they're already in the game, right? I just want to be able to help my raid team in Nax as a rogue on 4 horsemen. I think I'd have to do it on the back bosses, because I don't think I can have enough avoidance and fire resistance for the front 2, but I would like to do that. Because when we were originally progressing Nax, I was tanking some bosses, and I even tanked some trash for them every now and then. But like, it came time to do 4 horsemen, and it's just like, well, shamans can't go, they don't have a taunt. Back then the paladin taunt wasn't working correctly with spell hit, so you generally wouldn't use them. It was just bears and warriors. I was like, man, I want to help. Instead, I'm just a rogue. That's just me waxing poetic about things that are completely out of my control. Oh, jeez, I still have that up? Whoopsie. Where is that? Is that... No, I don't want that. What are you? Oh, okay, you're there. All right. No, Kuragamo, that was me trying to draw an illustration that was relevant to the discussion of why they changed something about how AoE spells hit. I was trying to draw circles. I was doing poorly. Yeah, be a 101. I know that rogue tanks can be used, but they're not. The way they're used isn't to actually. No, Riddle, you told Murog? You monster. I know what you're talking about. I'm also, like, I've said this a million times, but, like, I'll say it again. It's fine if rogues get hit. It's okay. Like, just for us to do tanking stuff, we would just need some kind of way to do mitigation. And that would be interesting. And that would be a fun way to play the game and make tanks more available for people leveling up. That would be fun too. Yeah, AF. That's exactly... That is much more of a distinction that was made in games like early Dungeons and Dragons. AF said, I'd allow rogues only short swords. Alas, that's a separation for the swords entirely due to only one class. Unfeasible. Yeah. Much like how there was initial plans to do like shields and then bucklers, right? Because like a swashbuckler uses buckler. That's also another whole can of worms to open up. But yeah, the more you separate gear like that, the more of a headache you give the itemization team. But I digress. Now, guys, it wasn't Cthulhu. It's a perfectly normal eyeball looking thing. This is supposed to be. Okay, listen, I'll fix it. All right, hold on. I'll give it some horns so you'll know. Where's the paintbrush? There it is. Okay. There's a horn, and there's like its big scary mouth and like its little whippy tail. Woo! And there's like its beefy leg number 1 and beefy leg number 2. Front limb. Oh yeah, and it has wings, right? So it's. I just made a cooler looking Cthulhu, didn't I? There. See, now this is top down. Gilnea's raid layout confirmed. Yes, it's in. Yeah, it looks like Cthulhu shooting on a purple laser beam. And these are the bubble mechanics, you guys. This is new. This is breaking news. There's going to be bubble mechanics. Oh man. Pickle dragon taking a whiz. Now I don't know what to do with myself. What am I? They're being mean to me, Riddle. Uh-oh. Wait, no, Murag didn't notice anything. She's not even home yet. Uh-oh. Hold on, we'll just from the little story we got. That was me with the bean chili. I added a whole lime. Well, it wasn't a lime. It was like those little bottles.
You had the whole thing of lime juice? How did it come out? Does it taste okay? Did you eat it? Did you try it? Does it taste okay?
Hey, hey everyone. Murrog's home. I need to hide. So thanks for hanging out. We'll we'll have a stream on Saturday.
The picture's really cute.
If I survive, I'll see you Saturday. But yeah, no. Thanks guys for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed news. I should have like a more condensed, edited version of it up tomorrow. I have like templates and stuff, so it shouldn't take me too long. But I'm gonna eat this bean chili that I potentially ruined. I'm not in danger. I'm fine. Just know Murrog's not thrilled. She's gonna pretend like it's okay, but I know she's not happy. Guys, be good to yourself. All right, until I see you next time. All right, I'll catch you Saturday. If not, I'll catch you some other time. Thanks for hanging out. Be good to one another, and as always, remember the deadliest weapon is knowledge.